Hi everyone, it's Ben here from exercise.co.uk. Today we are jumping into how a cross trainer can be used to burn fat, and if cross trainers are particularly good for burning fat as well. Straight answer is, if you want a really quick one, yes, the cross trainers are great for burning fat, but it has to be part of a larger and broader lifestyle choice, and there are particular ways that you can use the cross trainer to get the most effect out of them as well. And cross trainers have a lot of features built into them that can allow you to get the most out of your workouts as well. So we're just going to dive into a few ways that you can really make the cross trainer work for you, and skim over a couple of the brief benefits of cross trainers as well. They do get quite a lot of bad rep, cross trainers, but they are a great alternative to treadmills, particularly if you have a lot of knee issues and you find treadmills are just a little too high impact. Then cross trainers aren't quite as load bearing on the knees. They're a little bit more intense than cycling, but still they are relatively low impact and low bearing on your knees as well. And the great thing is they recruit your upper body as well, and because you're standing, it's good for your lower back. If you have lower back issues, then it can just help release a little bit of tension in your lower back without that high impact coming from the treadmills. So they're actually quite a nice hybrid of being able to get a full body workout without that high impact, and utilizing these handles and also the middle central handles as well, which are great for short intense bursts, gives you a little bit of variation there with the cross trainers. So they are relatively underrated as a fitness tool. Now we recommend there's two different ways that you can use a cross trainer for specifically the goal of burning fat. So we're talking about fat loss here in particular. So we're not talking about training for fitness and cardio in any particular way. So when we're talking about burning fat, we recommend two different types of fitness, which are HIIT training and list training. HIIT training you might already be very familiar with, and you've probably heard the name being thrown around quite a lot. But HIIT training is high intensity interval training. So on a cross trainer, you could be working at a relatively low intensity using the arms just to get your body warmed up. But say you did that for a minute just to get yourself warmed up, then you could train at a higher intensity for a minute, and this is where you'd use the central grips, and you could really start to elevate your heart rate. And then after a minute, you can slow that back down, just allow your body to recover from the intensity there, and then repeat that process. So it can work in 45-second intervals, 30-second intervals, depending on what your fitness level is with the cross trainer. You can change and alter that to tailor it to your needs, but the main focus of high intensity interval training is that you're working from periods of 70 to 80% of your working heart rate, and then dropping it back down to a resting phase, and then increasing it and bringing it down. So generally HIIT workouts are quite short, so you can get a really good HIIT workout even in 10 minutes, but somewhere between, if you can get 15 to 20 minutes of HIIT training, that's going to be really effective for not only your fitness levels but for fat loss as well. Conversely, you have list training, which if we're going to break the acronyms down a little bit, you're looking at low intensity steady state cardio, which is completely the opposite to high intensity interval training. So that is simply a case of working at more like 50 to 60% of your working heart rate. So you're going at quite a steady pace, and not pushing yourself too far, and exercising over a longer duration of time. So we're talking here of using the cross trainer between 30 minutes to 45 minutes, just at a nice steady and consistent pace, so not overexerting yourself too much. And a lot of people will say that you're in a fat loss specific zone as such, but it is just a slightly more effective way to burn fat loss over a sustained period of time. If you're starting to work at high intensity over a longer period of time, your body starts to recruit energy wherever it can. So it may start to recruit energy in the quickest source possible, which can actually be sometimes your muscles, as opposed to the fat stores that are there as well, which is why we recommend working at that lower intensity over the longer period of time. But there are a few other variables with cross trainers that allow you to diversify your training as well. Most of them do come with resistance levels. This one has 16 resistance levels built in through a magnetic system that you adjust through the console. So again, with HIIT training, you may not want to just increase the pace that you're working, but you could just simply increase the intensity of the resistance that you're using, so that you can really push your muscles as far as you want, as opposed to like quickening up how fast you're actually working. You can just alter and tweak that resistance as you're going, and you can also use that through your steady state cardio as well. So you can be working at a consistent level and just find the right resistance that's right for you. So you can choose to go quicker at a lighter resistance, or slower at a heavier resistance. And really alter and change your training around through those means as well. Now, these are going to be two methods that help you get the most out of a cross trainer, but the larger elephant in the room is your nutrition. And realistically, without getting your nutrition right, all of your hard work and your efforts that you're putting in through the cross trainer are all going to be a bit of a waste, really. So we really recommend getting your nutrition right. And if you're going to make a change with a cross trainer or any different type of fitness equipment in any way, shape or form, just always make sure that you're making a lifestyle change and not just doing something over the short term for a particular short-term goal, like going away on holiday or getting on board with New Year, New You. They're all great things, but the real benefits are where you see sustainable long-term change, and that's what we always recommend. We never advocate doing anything like quick weight loss plans or unhealthy diets and fads. And many of those things that you see pushed around online. We always advocate sustainable long-term lifestyle changes. So making small changes periodically and progressively increasing those things. So you could start out on a cross trainer for perhaps 2 days a week, doing half an hour at a time, and then periodically increase that as it fits into your lifestyle. And in line with that, start to tweak your nutrition. And we're not saying overhaul your whole diet that you have straight away, but slowly start to ease things out of your diet and replace them with healthy options as you go through. So it's not this sharp shock to your system. Just progressively do it so that it adapts to your life and you're making that change long term. So always think about how you're going to do it for many years to come, as opposed to if I can just get through this for the next 30 days. And then you can get yourself to a sustainable level that you're really happy with, and you can continue to be in shape all year round. And there's so many different health benefits that we discuss in our Learn area, and all the different knock-on compounding effects that has. But we do always recommend making sure that you get your nutrition right, as it will constitute about 70% of the total effort that you put in. So that's where you're really going to see the results kick in. So like I mentioned, we've got tons more free content in our Learn area on exercise.co.uk. So just head over there, and it's all free to look at. If you want workouts, exercises, nutritional information, anything that you need, it's there. And we've got tons more videos coming your way. So don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe, and we'll be back soon with more content. Thank you. Bye bye.